All right, so we're just going to graph real quick here what sine and cosine might look like from negative 2 pi to positive 2 pi. And cosine actually is going to go up to 1 and down to negative 1. Well, they both do. They both do. But this is right here. This would be a graph of the cosine. That's not the best sine curve I've ever drawn, but that's okay. And this guy right here, let's go with this guy. This would be a graph of the sine curve. So if we were to talk about that, that was also not good because he needed to stop at 1. All right, here we go. So here we have our stops and starts for this guy. And if we're looking for absolute maximum and minimum values, then if we're going to talk about cosine, and we'll leave him in orange, the cosine of theta, then you're going to have a max value of 1 when y is equal to, or a max value of, gosh dang it, too much coffee this morning. Okay, you're going to have a max value of 1, all right? So y equals 1, and that happens when x equals 0. So there's your max for the cosine. The minimum then occurs in 2 places because we're actually including these endpoints, pi over 2 and negative pi over 2. So we can actually say right here at this point right here and right here at this point right here at those two guys, those are both minimum values right there. So y is going to be equal to 0 at 2 places when x is equal to pi over 2 and when x is equal to negative pi over 2. So those would be, you know, where our max and min values occur. So for the max, the actual point we're interested in is here. For the minimum, we're interested in negative pi over 2, 0, and positive pi over 2, 0. Now, the sine curve then is just a little bit different. So with the sine curve, we don't have quite as much going on, okay? So if we look at the sine of theta then, and we just want the max of that, that's going to be at this point up on the top here, right here, at this point right there. So where does the maximum value occur? Well, it occurs when the y value is equal to 1 and the x value is equal to pi over 2. So what point is that going to be? It's going to be the point pi over 2, 1. And then where's our minimum going to be? Our minimum then is over here when the y value is negative 1, and that's where the x value is equal to negative pi over 2. And look, here it is right here. Here it is. See it? There it is right there. There it is, high minimum. And so what point does this occur at? This occurs at the point negative pi over 2, 1, negative 1. So there's your max and mins for sine and cosine, and it's going to work like this for every single function. And we if it tells us to include those endpoints, then we have to check those endpoints. If it tells us those endpoints aren't included, then there's no way that they can be included, okay?